Some of you will get caught up in this trap of constantly learning because you're afraid to sit down with one model, follow the rules, stick to that process, and let it yield whatever experience is intended for you. And then you have a baseline. That's why I could literally give out a model every single day. And some of you want me to do that. But the only thing it's going to do is like a dog in a meat market. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to run around and you just chase everything. Instead of simply sitting down and saying, you know what? I'll just have a filet. Thank you. And I've done that with the 2022 model. I've done that just recently with the silver bullet model. I have lots more coming, but you don't have to have anything else. The optimal trade entry was enough. OTE pattern, the flagship that was on my YouTube channel. That's enough. The 2022 model, that's enough. You can use it in every session. London, New York, PM session. You can use it in London close. You can trade it in Forex. You can trade it in futures. You can trade it in crypto. You can trade it in whatever the heck you want to trade it in. It works. There's no excuse. You have zero excuse not to have some baseline by now. You should have some kind of experience to be able to say, you know what? This works. And I have to work on refining it, but I know it works because I've seen it in back testing, looking at where it has done this in the past. I tell you what time to look for these things to form. That way you're not just going around and looking at charts blindly. Go right to these specific times of the day. That's where it's going to form. For those people that go back in their old data and their old charts and they study that, they see it, they don't need me to do 50 examples of that. They don't need to see me do it live 50 times a week. They're sold on the idea. Okay, there's something here. It merits more investigation because I see the evidence of this thing occurring. It's not contrived. It's not conjectured. It's not made up. It's not fabricated. It's really happening every day. And once you see that, you don't need to have anybody else to cheerlead for you. You know, okay, there's something here. I want to mine that. So I give you just a few models so that way you go in and you now start working on the skill sets that are required. Not veering off course, hopping from one PD array, one approach, fair value gap, inversion value gap, breakers, market maker models, buy, sell. There's 1,000 things out there that I teach. Every individual one of them is a model. Every single one of them is an individual model. But I give you, this is the best way to learn. I'm allowing you to pick your weapon. I've opened my arsenal doors. So here it is. Look what I have here. Pick your weapon. But nothing changes when it comes to time. Time of day, these things occur at specific times, certain days of the week, certain weeks of the month, certain month of the year. I'm allowing you to bring your personality, your personal influence, because you're the problem and you're the last puzzle piece. See, some of you are sitting around here, you're writing diligent notes, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's wonderful. But you're all waiting for that last penny to drop. The last ICT puzzle piece. And then it's all going to come together. It's all going to be crystal clear. Once he tells me this one PD, the 81 PD arrays, final last one. That's it. That's it. That's the Holy Grail. No, it's not. If you walked over to your mirror right now, look at yourself real quick. That's the final puzzle piece. And it's always been you. You're the reason why you succeed, and you're the reason why you haven't succeeded yet. And ultimately, you and you alone are the only reason why you're going to fail. That's not me talking down to you. That's me telling you the way it is. That's just the way it is. Are you coming to me for a constant dose of something new, but have done nothing with what I've already given you?
All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday, everybody. We are live. We are live. Like the stream, boys and girls. Say what is up in the chat. Let me know where you guys are calling in from. Good morning, Larry, Sashin, Zach, 47. Good morning, MJ, Pirates Fam TV. Good morning. Amen. Amen. What's up, Maida? Good morning. Carlos, Ivan, Suhal, Maki, Fami, Nika. Good morning, guys. I'm with Tradeify. Let's see how it goes. Good luck, Nika. Good luck. Good luck. I scooped up a few more accounts last night as well, so I got 4 total at the moment. Good morning, Soné. Good morning, Hello Wolf. Good morning, Ophir, Tadiaos. Good morning, Simba. Jason Brown. Good morning. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Like the stream. Like the stream. We'll get diving into some charts here. Let me know if anybody's already in some shorts. I was very, very tempted to be already in trades here in pre-market. Kind of interesting. So yesterday, in the morning, obviously you guys know that I was short biased trying to get a reversal back towards the data lows. I was not, my bias yesterday was not that we were going to draw all the way up to the recent high, just because I wanted to see the weekly candle manipulate lower first, still to begin the week. So I was bearish bias yesterday in the morning. You guys know that I literally took 3 shorts, 2 of which were stopped at break even, one of which, basically I kind of forced my way into the market and then it immediately invalidated the trade and I just got out, for, probably like, 2/3 of my actual stop loss. But, then we get this sell-off in the afternoon. I wasn't watching price in the afternoon. I was on the golf course. Your boy's getting good at golf. Just so you guys know, if anyone cares. But anyway, we sell off in the PM session, and then we get a little move in Asia towards the data lows. I did take an attempt actually in Asia, which is not something that I generally do, but I did take a attempt in Asia. If it'll show you guys the executions here, if they'll load. No, we're not. If they'll load. Anyway, I'll walk you guys through it. I ended up getting trailed out in profit. I was shorting towards the data lows. Basically, once we had this BPR form here, I ended up, once we got this reaction right here, I ended up entering off the close of this 1-minute candle with my stop loss being right above this fair value gap here. And then we just sold off. As we sold off here, I had 2 mini contracts on. Ended up, oh, that's why it's not showing. Duh. I'm showing you guys the micro chart. But anyway, yeah, it sold off. I took one off, and then I ended up trailing the one. So once we got this pullback and made another new low, I ended up just trailing, and then I ended up getting trailed out like right here when price pulled back. And then we came a little bit higher, and then we did end up selling off to the data low. So yeah, man, price is just kind of in this mood where it's like moving. It's moving seemingly better outside of the AM session. I don't know if this is something you guys have noticed. Like over the last like 2 weeks, week and a half at least, I feel like we've just been moving better in every session outside of New York AM session. So I don't know. It's something. But here's what I'm expecting for today. And just kind of looking at price. So yes, we are playing out kind of to plan here on the weekly. Like I said, I did want to see lower the beginning part of the week, see the low of the week put in today or tomorrow, potentially with FOMC, and then see price distribute higher after that. Looking at the ES chart, you can see price is doing the same thing. We are trading back down into this volume imbalance here on the weekly for ES. So we could start to find support down in here. And also, here on the NASDAQ, let me go to the 4-hour. We're just going to use premium and discount logic. Just show you guys kind of where this is shaping up. So here was our rebalance last week that we used to become bullish. Once we rebalanced to discount, buy shifted bullish. And then here we can basically just do the exact same thing. So I am bearish until we get below this low and rebalance to discount of this range, boys and girls. Hopefully I covered all the bases there to make that all make sense. But yeah, let me check the poll. You guys are 48% bullish as of currently, 42% bearish. I guess it's pretty split, actually. It's not really too lopsided one way or the other. Pretty even, actually, I would say, between bullish and bearish. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, boys and girls. I would like to be bearish through these lows. And then as we get through that low, start to shift more bullish and look for upside is going to be my my bias going into the morning session. We don't have any news. So no news Tuesday, day before FOMC. Probably is a day to maybe proceed with a little bit of caution and just see what kind of price action and condition we're going to obviously be trading in here. So that way, if it does get really sloppy and messy, we don't do obviously too much damage. But here's the other thing too, that this can just, it can get tricky sometimes as you're waiting for these rebalances, or is that the right way to put it? As you're waiting for these rebalances, as you're waiting for price to rebalance to higher time frame premium and discount arrays, you know, look at, like, last week was a perfect example as well, right? Where we get these shallow drives, and this kind of threw me off at points last week as well. We get these shallow drives. I'm expecting, you know, every new high, I'm expecting that rebalance, right? And then finally we get it, and I'm just kind of extending as we keep kind of drifting and putting in new higher highs. So these shallow drives, as you're setting up the the actual rebalance, can sometimes be what throws some people off, including myself. And I would say that's maybe a little bit of yesterday as well, right? Like my bias to be short at the beginning of the week wasn't wrong, but clearly the timing was off, you know? So anyway, anywho, all right, let's act like we know what we're doing here. Let's get set up here. There we go. Clean this up. And the boys are buzzing. We should be good to go. We're seeing a nice reaction up here right at the opening bell. This is good. I like this just because I'm bearish, so I would like to see this Judas swing here at the open. And where are we pulling back to? Check the hourly. We've already traded up into this hourly gap. At most, I'd maybe just want to see this hourly order block tap. I'm just going to mark out the body here. So this area here, let's make it a different color. Let's go with, what do we want? Let's just do gray. This area here is a 1 hour order block, guys, that I'm marking out. Bearish order block. We'll see if price can swing up into there, and then see if we can set up a short. So that's gonna be my bias, guys. Hopefully that all makes sense. Let me know if there's any questions on anything, but let me delete the poll as well. 270 votes. I always like getting people's votes before I go over my bias, because then people probably just pick whatever I outline. But yeah, more bullish than bearish, but not by much. So pretty mixed bag. But yeah, I just hope that we get, like I said, price obviously has been kind of moving a little bit cleaner almost outside of the AM session. So, you know, obviously knock on wood, I hope that that trend doesn't continue. Would like to get some just clean AM delivery here sooner rather than later. But happy with my decision to not trade pre-market at all, because the only reason that I would have traded pre-market is the expectation that opening bell just takes us right to the low at 7, we'll just call it 750, but 748. So it didn't run without me as of yet. New subscriber, Big Head Reef. Welcome. What's up, Goslin? Good to see you, man. Took one sell, 1 to 8 on S&P during London session while I was watching. No kidding, Ahmed. Nice, congrats. Yeah, we sold off a good amount here. ES, I think, actually sold off a lot more aggressively than NQ did in the London session. Let's check. Yeah, look at this sell-off in London. Sheesh. We had SMT. We had SMT that got put in with these internal highs between ES and NQ. So this is ES. And then NQ, we had, I believe it was SMT right here with this London high. Yep. So a little higher high there on S&P. Where am I going here? There we go. So yeah, this yeah, the only way that this would get like a little tricky would be obviously if I'm waiting on this rebalance. So this is what happened to me last week at times, waiting on that higher time frame rebalance to discount, and then we just get like a shallow drive lower, generating more buy or more sell side for later. So if we end up getting that, what I'll kind of be looking for is obviously a shift in structure on a higher time frame. So I would change my bias to longs into like this gap up in here, Asia highs. If we close and we can actually create this change in the state of delivery, I would say on this 1 hour, because as of right now, I'm expecting this bearish order block to respect and hopefully drive price lower. But I will flip my bias long if we do, you know, get above that and close, and then I think I would be fighting order flow at that point if I still tried forcing longs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all a scam. How many accounts am I trading? I have 5 XFA still, and now I have 4 150K straight to funded Tradeify accounts. And I'm planning on adding other accounts as well in the near future. Probably, if not later this week, by next week for sure. I'm just still like getting some technical things in place. I don't want to like just be experimenting with a bunch of, whether it be copy trading softwares or be experimenting with different things on stream, and then I'm sitting here like it just ends up being a total disaster. So I'll have to do some trial and error off stream and figure some more stuff out before going balls to the wall. I was talking with Tradeify support because I'm from Serbia. They said you will only stay on SIM account and will not be moved to a live account. Is that okay or nah? I mean, as long as they still pay you out, I don't see why it matters. I mean, if you look at firms like Apex, I don't think they ever move anybody to live. I don't know if that's a Serbia rule though. Maybe it is. Obviously, I'm not from Serbia, so I wouldn't know. But yes, it's not a problem as long as they pay you out. That's all that matters, honestly. When you pay your bills with trading profits, they don't ask you if it came from a SIM funded account or if it came from a live or personal account. Fun fact. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. When the money hits your bank account, they don't ask you, hey, where did this come from actually? Was this a SIM funded account? You actually can't spend this. It's from SIM funded. No, it's not the same. Did you guys know that they don't do that? No, you don't. If you didn't. So how did you improve your psychology? I have a profitable edge, but I have very bad psychology. I lost my 5 XFAs last week. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Mustafa. Well, shit. First of all, you definitely got to get 5 big booms for that.
Boom! 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 Boom!
So, honestly, Mustafa, I'm not going to have like the best, probably like nothing that anybody says is going to be like a cookie cutter answer that's going to fix your problem. The only way to improve your psychology, in my experience, has been like I make enough mistakes long enough that eventually the pain of making those mistakes like kind of just forces me to stop being a dumbass. And again, I'm speaking to myself here. Like, I can't tell you how many stupid times or stupid things I've done, you know, and so many times I said that, you know, I was going to not do XY thing anymore. And then like, you guys know how it is. You're fine for a while, and then eventually you just like fall back into an old habit, and it's just like within like you might do well for like 2 to 3 months in your psychology, everything's on point, you're disciplined, and all of a sudden like out of nowhere one day you just like everything crumbles and you just become the same person that started trading, you know, and you just blow everything up. So yeah, I just kind of got to a point where like my first couple of years when I lost enough money and burned myself enough times where I'm just like, dude, if I don't stop doing this, like it's not going to be good. So I just feel like eventually, what's the saying? The pain of staying the same has to outweigh the pain of change. Cliche, but still true. So I think that's it. I mean, and honestly, the other thing with psychology, I talk about this. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot at this point, but I really think your trading plan and the way that you manage your trades, like, here's the thing. You're going to get criticism, especially if you're in the public eye, which I'm assuming this isn't some of your guys' issue, but like, for an example, when you guys watch me or other live streamers, you'll see critics in the chat, regardless of what I do, right? I'm not even talking about bias, like buy or sell. I'm talking like, if I move my stop loss to break even too early and I get stopped at break even, you know, I'm a dummy, right? If I don't let my trade run to like my final target take profit and I take partials or I close early, well, now I have no conviction and I'm a pussy. And like, no matter what I do, it's someone's not happy, but it also has to do with the individual pressing the button, right? My psychology is probably different than a lot of your guys' psychology, meaning what makes you go on tilt? What makes you go on tilt the most, right? Is it getting stopped at break even and then the trade running without you? If that makes you go on tilt, then you want to be probably not as aggressive with moving your stop to break even as much, right? Until you like really get far enough in profit to where it'd be dumb to take a loss or whatever the case. Some people are the opposite. Some people are like, no, I just want to protect the trade as early as I can because I just don't want to let a green trade go red. And that prevents them from going on tilt. Versus if they let the green trade go back against them and hit their stop loss, that's what makes them go on tilt, right? So I really think that obviously you know you better than anyone, so you got to set yourself up to just not go on tilt. Whatever that is. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer. I don't think there's a perfect way to trade. I think there's a perfect way to trade for each individual, right? And that's up to you to kind of figure out and put up the guardrails. Just like when you were 4 and you went bowling and they put up the guardrails so you didn't hit a gutter ball every time. Like, what are the guardrails that you need to put in your trading plan to just prevent you from doing this stuff all the time, right? I'm not going to say you're going to be perfect all the time. You're probably going to slip up from time to time, but it's the only thing that makes like a lot of like everybody and most people in this chat are probably really good traders. Like, you guys are all really good at probably doing technical analysis, identifying models and setups and drawing liquidity and all that stuff. But your only problem is the fact that you can't control yourself when shit's not going your way for whatever reason. That's it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's stopping you from getting like payouts. That's the only thing stopping you from achieving all your wildest dreams in trading is that fucking piece right there. And that applies to me. That applies to pretty much all traders. Hey, Tyler, my TUSA started at 904 and it will be 1 month and 3 days from now. I have only 3K profit and profit target is 9K, meaning that I need 6K before the reset. What's your advice? Nanye, my advice is just take it slow and pay the renewal. Here's the way you got to look at that. So what some people would do is they would try to just force it. I've done this as well, and I've regretted it generally in the past when I've done it. Granted, I haven't been in your exact situation a ton, but I have a couple of times. And what you don't want to do is force it, and you blow the account, and now you got to pay for a new account that starts at 0. Why would it be better to pay for the reset or the renewal, and then just keep trading on the pace that you are? In my opinion, it's a no-brainer because you have less of a profit target. You're still paying the same amount, right? Like if you're on a 150K account, you're going to pay 149 for a brand new one. You're going to pay 149 for the renewal on the one you have. Except the one that you have is, you know, partially, it's a third of the way to the goal. So wouldn't it make more sense to pay for the one that's closer to the target versus then starting over? I mean, I guess you could send it though. That's option 2 is just totally send it. I wouldn't recommend it, but hey, shit. I know that's probably what was going through the heads of like 90% of the chat as they're listening to that. Oh, Nika, I'm attacking myself, believe me. The struggles of day traders is not unique. We all like literally every single aspect of trading that trips traders up, like we all have fucking dealt with it for sure. That's why it's also relatable. Well, shoot, guys, we might get this delivered to the low right now, huh? We did not hit the body of that 1 hour order block. We did obviously trade into the wick. I don't know if we hit it on ES. It looks like we did tap the body on ES. Not that it really matters. I don't really see like a fantastic opportunity for entry up in here. This fair value gap was a little intriguing, but we didn't even get that. Look at ES just jumping off the cliff here. Bearish bias is playing though. Wow. RIP to the Bulls. Yeah, I don't see where I would have caught this trade if I'm being honest. Unless I just entered off the hourly order block. That'd be about it. Would have had to have entered off of ES tapping it though, not NQ. NQ didn't reach it. So hypothetically, in a perfect world, get a snipe entry, stop at the high. Would have been doable. 40-ish point stop. It's not terrible. Especially if you're trading micros, you're fine. But yeah, either way, we framed the move. So I don't know if anybody ended up taking anything on this or not. Like I said, I don't really see a super sexy opportunity for entry on the 1 minute here, but yeah, I would have had to enter off the 1 hour most likely. Yo, Tyler, I want to ask how the profits on Tradeify realized or unrealized, same as House Up. Dojo, are you asking about the drawdown, the trailing drawdown? It's end of day drawdown, which is the exact same as Top Step, unless you do the advanced account. The advanced account is intraday drawdown, so that's the same as Apex. If that's your question. But otherwise, the growth accounts and the straight to sim funded accounts are end of day. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this in the video. If you guys watched the YouTube video, I kind of broke down the rules and stuff. The one rule I forgot to mention is you actually do get more margin on the straight to sim funded accounts than you would get. Like, for example, with Top Step, a 150K account is 4,500 drawdown. Let's say, hypothetically, you got the 150K straight to sim funded account with Tradeify. It's a $6,000 margin. So you actually have more margin to play with. which I can't believe I forgot to put that in the video. I felt like a dummy, but otherwise, as far as the eval accounts go, it's the same. It's standard. But yeah, you get a little bit more margin on the straight to sim fundeds. My top step accounts, 4 are 50Ks, 1 is a 150K. Yeah. I entered on intuition, clear draw on liquidity at OTE of the range, was reacting nicely. Yeah, Julian, sometimes listen, don't if you ever start YouTube live streaming and you say that out loud though, you're going to get called a gambler. But I understand what you're saying. Sometimes you got to rely on discretion. Yeah, I thought we would have got a better opportunity than that on the 1 minute to play that short. That sucks. I didn't think we'd get absolutely no opportunity. Yeah, shoot. Looks like the low is about to be ran here at 748. Yeah, like I said, I'll start to shift more bullish. I still think we'll go a little lower. Potentially, we could really dig into discount of this range. Who knows where the low is going to get put in, obviously, but we'll find out. Bearish through here, though, as we rebalance. Equilibrium is about 689. So that's when we're going to be at discount of the range. Low is being taken now. A little SMT at the moment with ES. ES is not yet taking the low out. Well, 6 minutes into the macro right now. So we'll see. If you guys remember last week when we got that rebalance and then we got the reversal back up, it was a nice. It framed nicely around the 4-hour PO3. So maybe we'll get a similar setup with the new 4-hour candle coming in a few minutes. Maybe. They say the markets repeat themselves sometimes. What if? Dazakalamanja, the 30% discount with my code will always be in effect, but the extra 40% or the extra 10%, so 40% off for new users will expire May 15th. $50K straight to sim funded. Living your purpose. If you click the link at the top of the chat, it should bring you right to the website where you can see it all. But here, I'll pull it up. 50K straight to sim funded. Okay, so here's how it breaks down. The margin for the straight to sim funded accounts, 150K is 6,000. 100K is 4,000. 50K is still 2,000. It looks like. Okay, so you don't really get extra drawdown, relative to other 50K accounts at other firms, but you do get extra margin on the 100K and the 150K. And then there's also a 25K account option where you get 1,000 trailing drawdown. Appreciate it, Doom Raider. Can you explain the 40% consistency rule for Express? For Express? Are you talking about the well, just consistency rule in general is when you go to take a payout, 40%. Well, 1 day of your profit can't be more than 40% of your overall profit. Meaning you can't have like just one windfall trade and then like a bunch of like small trades around it, and then you take your payout. You got to have more evened out your overall profit, so that one day does not exceed 40% of your overall profit. Yes, Leo. Platinum, maybe later. We already gave out 5 big booms. We can't overdo it. Those 5 big booms are special, Platinum. I'm not saying you're not special, but we gotta do it at the right time, you know. Don't feel sad. It could be worse. Platinum, just think. Your life could be so bad that you don't even know trading exists. You guys ever think about that? Even though sometimes trading really pisses us off, you gotta admit, it'd be even worse if like your life was so bad that you didn't even know opportunities such as this were even a thing. You know what I mean? Totally oblivious. Maybe just picture like being your grandparents or something. Yes, you could have bought real estate for a bag of chips, but you couldn't trade prop firms. Yeah, well, a little give and a take there. That's funny. Yeah, Doom Raider, your total profit is 0. Yep. So when you are on a funded account, your profit is 0, and then you build up, obviously, the profit from there. And then, yeah, that's all profit that you can trade with, withdraw, hopefully, once you, qualify for the payout, depending on what firm you're using. Dario, just decide how many trades can you lose in a row before you blow the account. If you're confident in your strategy to where you don't think you'll lose more than like 6 or 7 trades in a row, taking good trades, then divide your drawdown by that and go with that. I've had some bad losing streaks, but I don't know if I've ever had like a losing streak, like when I'm actually taking legitimate trades. Obviously, when you go on tilt, you're not even trading, you're just gambling. But also 10 a.m. here, guys. SMT at this. Look at this. Are we going to get the 4-hour PO3 again? Is this happening right now? Is this happening right now, guys? Is this happening? SMT at the low. New 4-hour candle. We sweep the high. We sweep the low. Are we going? Is this happening? This might be happening. And I'm not fucking ready. Should I have just market executed is the question. See if we get this 1 minute fair value gap left and see if we can re-trade back into that. Oh man, look at that. Is this happening, boys? Is this real life? The only thing I don't love is we didn't quite get down to 50% of the range yet. That's the only criticism I have of this. But SMT at the low, I like this. I like this reaction. I'm willing to play it. There we go. 4-hour PO3. All right, I did get picked up there. Let's see if this trade is going to fail though. It's because we are going a little bit lower to actually rebalance. We have SMT at this overall low as well. I'm trying to explain all this so nobody asks me a million questions. And Tyler, why is you bearish? Tyler, why is you bullish? We have SMT with the low over here to the left with ES. ES has not taken out that low. 4-hour power of 3. New 4-hour candle open up at 10 a.m. We SMT again at the low. We get this impulse back up. So that's the logic behind the trade. And if it fails, it's because we haven't rebalanced to 50% yet. Deal? All right, cool. I will likely partial, this high here. Let's go break even up here. OT of this range, 830 open. You guys got me talking so much, I didn't even realize it was already 10 o'clock. Time flies, I guess. And obviously, yes, you guys are probably looking at this 5-minute structure here, bearish PD array. Obviously, my trade here is hoping that this will fail. So that's it. When this 40% goes into effect, no. Are you talking about top step? I'm confused. Yeah, right now there's no consistency rule on the XFAs, but that is in the that's in the conversation. We're hitting 9:30 open right now, guys. That is in the conversations. Things that they're probably changing, but who knows? Yeah, I'm liking the reaction up here. We got to get through this I'm really watching this 5-minute BPR. If we can flip this, oh my goodness, yeah, it's gonna get nutty. I don't necessarily want to like demand too much though today, just because it's a no news Tuesday before FOMC. So it's not like you know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna sit here and be like all-time highs, baby, let's go. So I like these highs here. We're hitting a 5-minute BPR right now, guys. Might have got the bottom, maybe. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind it. Retesting the 15-minute OB, bearish order block. Moment of truth here, guys. If this impulsively quickly moves lower, this is probably going lower. What's up, Sam? You're Darwala. Why'd you change your name? Mr. Darwala changed his name to Sam Kaith. Is it because of my accent? Is that why? We got 2 Sam now. Might have 3 if my other buddy Sam's in the chat. Sometimes he just lurks. Lurker. What the hell is this? Oh, wow. Look at us pumping. All right, guys. Let's remove the risk here. I'm removing the risk in this gap here. OTE of this leg. This is the logic behind my break-even stop. Hitting this level. So again, if I'm wrong and we go lower, I just don't want to. I don't want to take an L at this point. So I'm fine going break even here. Just going to even these highs is a little over 1 to 2, if I remember right. Oh, maybe not quite. Based on where my fill was, but I would say my plan is going to be partial. I'll be mostly out by the time we hit 907, and I wouldn't mind leaving like 1 or 2 run to Asia high. Oh shit. And was that a new day opening gap we got at Asia? Yeah. I believe so. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hitting 8:30 open, guys. ICT everything. There we go. What you doing for the rest of your life? Oh. Where is that? Man. Where's my Asia high at? This thing's being dumb. Yeah, New York midnight, Asia high, like up in here. This new day opening gap in here as well. So I like that. Let's see if that happens. I'll maybe leave some runners to there. What you doing for the rest of your life? Ooh. Hey, Mercedes. Why are you lagging? Oh my god, bro. Here, I'll lower the bitrate. It looks like I'm lagging on my end. That's so annoying. It only does this on a winning trade, of course. Of course it lags on a winning trade. It never lags when I'm getting stopped out. What a scam this is. What a scam. I'm like the reverse guru. How is anybody going to want to buy my course when I'm lagging? The fuck? Why? Bro, why is you balash? Why is bro balash? Am I in sells? No. Come on, dude. Am I in, says Oddmer FX. But yeah, guys, nice move here. Partial, do it, manage your trade how you want, boys. Like I said, I'm not going to take a loss at this point. We're all happy-go-lucky now, but this could flip on a dime. We know how NASDAQ is. How do you have the conviction to hold it? Hold it won't bother you if it comes back down. I mean, I'll be annoyed, but I'm break even, so the worst that can happen is I get stopped out at break even. I'll be annoyed. I don't like getting stopped at break even. I prefer the move to just play out. But I'm afraid I don't control that part. I did put an alert at the high on ES, thinking ES maybe would run the high out and NQ wouldn't. And then I would partial there because we'd have SMT. So struggling here right at this 830 opening price and this gap here in OT of this leg. How often do you break even? Well, I don't know. It depends on markets and conditions, I guess, but I break even a fair amount. I break even a fair amount, but like this is something where like when price moves into opposing PD arrays, in my opinion, you just always have to assume the worst, and that if you have to submit to that you could be wrong, right? So like if I'm wrong, why would I want to let a trade that's like, how many points in profit are we? Why would I want to let a trade that's, you know, whatever, 60 to 70 points in profit turn into a loser? Like I'm up almost 1 to 2 already, right? So like I would want to tilt so hard if I ended up getting a stop loss on this. Like at some point, it's just really not worth keeping risk on for me. For some people, it's TP or stop loss. There's no in between, and that's because that prevents them from going on tilt. Some people tilt by getting break even, and then like if the trade plays out, which is understandable, but it would be a little bit more frustrating for me to let this become red. That'd just suck. I wouldn't want to do that. Looks like ES will probably beat NQ to the high here, so I'll get ready to partial. I'll get ready to partial once we hear that alert go off. There we go. Oh wow. Take one more. All right, guys. I partialed out half. That was a spike. It's going to take that off. I'm going to go ahead and trail half up to here as well. Yeah, let's see if we can get some follow through here. I'm going to mark out these levels now. W's in the shot, boys. Nice move through these highs. Quick spike, too. W's in the shot. What you doing for the rest of your life? Whoa. Like the stream, boys and girls, if you're having fun today. This is nice. Perfect 4-hour PO3 again today. I love that. I love that for us. That's fantastic. I really do. I love that for us. That's dope. Sucks that I started lagging a little bit, but hopefully I'm better now, guys. I think I'm better now. I'm seeing green bars, so like the stream and use code Tyler. Deal. Big W took it on Tradeify. Nice. Yeah, I wish I was copy trading. I wish I was copy trading this across the other 3 today. Yeah, I was going to do it on Tradeivate, but so last night when I was trading Asia, I was able to log into Tradeivate and be on TradingView logged into my Tradeivate at the same time, and it wasn't a problem. This morning when I logged into Tradeivate separately from TradingView while also being logged into my Tradeivate on TradingView, it wouldn't let me, and it said that I had too many sessions and I couldn't log into both, so I don't know why that happened. I just like TradingView more than Tradeivate, you know? Wow. ES is already running up there. That's crazy. I'm going to take another one off, I think. Take another one off. We get through the high there. Taking another one off in the hourly bearish order block. ES. Did we take this high? I think we may. Yeah, ES just took the high. We're pumping, boys. There's something so therapeutic about taking partials. Yeah, and again, even with that, even if partialing trades prevents you from going on tilt in the future, I think it's worthwhile doing. I know everybody likes to puff their chest. Oh, I have a bigger wiener than this guy because he partials and I don't. But, bro, don't let that shit's all stupid. That's all egotistical pride shit that's not going to help you in trading. Trade yourself. No one can control your emotions but you, so. You versus you. Son of a gun. None of us are perfect. Yeah, I'll explain everything again. Any lack here? I want to see this just trade right through, honestly. Probably should just let it breathe. There we go. Okay. All right. So that target is hit, guys, at 908. Took another one off. I do want to leave 1 or 2 run. I have 2 on still. Ooh. Another thing that I could do, I suppose, is Yeah, the thing is, if I use projections from here, we're already at like negative 2.5. I guarantee it. Yeah. All right, you know what? I'm taking one more off. Because you know what I told myself at the beginning of the stream? What I said out loud? I said, because we have no news today, I don't want to ask too much of the market. You guys remember me saying that? I'm reminding myself of that right now. This move is so euphoric that it's easy to get greedy. It's easy to get greedy and think this is just going to continue, like, without any problems. But at the beginning of stream, I did say that I wasn't going to get greedy today because of the no news. But if we can, I do want to leave at least one though run, because if we get it, then shit, I'll get something for it. I'll trail this if we can. If we can get more movement higher, I'll continue to trail as well. But am I going to be mad about this move? Absolutely not. And yeah, if we get Asia highs, I mean, shit, guys, we're looking at 20,031. We're looking at another 120 something points, 124 points. New York midnight up here as well. I mean, these are all like great level. You can just trail this along and just see if we get the move. It's all extra at this point. Beautiful delivery though. I absolutely love that. Leaving the stop where it is though for now, like the trailed stop on this last runner, because if we pull back, I would like to see this bullish breaker hold and the gaps in here. So I'll give it a chance for that to hold and then maybe get a push for another drive higher. Sounds good to me. I just think it's so funny how this all worked out. I'm sitting here yapping and all of a sudden I'm like, is this actually happening right now? Sure shit. Well, those are the trades that are the most fun, dude. Just don't even have to second guess anything. It's just literally like it's jumping off the chart at you. That's the best. We'll see what's left, guys. Actually, you know what? Just for theatrical effect. For any newcomers that hop on late, they'll know. Targets were smashed. Targets were smashed, boys and girls. Man. Absolutely fantastic. The only problem is all these memes are actually saved over here. You guys took the longs. One's in the chat if you guys caught those longs as well.
Come on. With a common denominator. Keep it up for me. See how we roll. How the money comes in, the parade comes to town. Going down Broadway is a one-way street, whichever way I go.
Oh my god, OBS. Internet's fine. I pay for the max internet speed. I think it's my computer. I don't know. I'm about to take this Mac outside and just smash it with a bat. But this issue hasn't happened in a while. I know I'm lagging, guys. I'm aware. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Nothing I can do. That is annoying though. What's up, Brian? Bro, this is insane. I don't know. I just keep lowering the bit rate, but I don't think that's even helping. It's so annoying. So annoying, dude. Apologies, guys. I'm not sure what more I can do. Brother, why is you lagging? I'm gonna restart. If you guys can hear me. Oh, actually, wait, hang on. We're fine right now. If this thing starts bugging out again, I'm gonna restart the stream. The signal just came back. The moment I sent that message in the chat, all of a sudden the service comes back. I think we're fine now. Let's see if we can get through. I don't like this. Do we have SMT here? Oh, I don't like. We're kind of struggling to follow through right now to the upside. Dude, listen. I literally have the best internet you could get. Oh my God. Yeah, guys, I think I'm just gonna restart. I'm gonna restart my OBS and we'll get the stream fired back up. All right. Like the stream before you go, because we're gonna have to restart. That sucks. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Don't you dare go anywhere. We'll be back.